Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to another video. In this video, I will be teaching you guys how to make a box fight inside Fortnite. Now I'm going to give you guys an example of what my box fight looks like. These are all the weapons that I use for it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. And then look, I put a little joke right there. And then boom, here's how my box fight is. It has 9 minutes to complete in a round, has 1 of 5 on, I put 10 minutes on it, on the timer. Also gave the character, it can fire 2 slurpfish and 2 shield pot, as some pretty extra stuff. Alright guys, now let's go ahead and get right into it. Now, depending on how you want to make, oh my god, come on, okay, I don't care. Okay guys, now depending on how you want to make your box fight, now depending on how you're gonna make your box fight, I would start off with a 2-story box fight for beginners. If you're just now gonna follow this tutorial with me, I'll go ahead and give you a second to place down this gallery, the art deco bank gallery black. I'll go ahead and give you a second. Okay guys, okay, I'm pretty sure you're able to do it in a time span of that. But guys, now what you're gonna want to do is try and make a pattern if you're a beginner at this. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and make my own pattern inside the floor of this actual box fight I'm gonna make. And I would do it by a 5x5 box, 2 stories tall. That's how I would start it off to make a decent box fight. And then you're gonna want to grab this, do that. If you're gonna want to make your box fight like that. Now, all you want to do is do it again. Then copy the same cycle. And I'll go ahead and give you guys a few seconds while I build this to catch up with me. Now, this box is gonna look small, but no problem, because we are gonna expand it, because right now we are making the middle. The actual thing is going to be a 8x8 box, which means we're going to add three more tiles or 2 more tiles to make a 7x7 or make a 6x6. Because 5x5 is way too small if you not catch up to me. I'm going to give you a second to create the middle. The middle is going to be very important later on. If you're gonna want to make a storm zone wars, then you're gonna want to stay tuned for the storm part. Now you're gonna want this to mark the middle, exactly that, to mark the middle. The rest you can go ahead and decorate as some other tile, like I am. Alright, now that the middle stuff is done, Now what you're gonna want to do is go ahead and decorate the rest of the outside with this checkered floor. Remember, it's your choice. I'm just creating mine with the checkered floor. I'm not forcing you to create it like that. I created mine of a different style. If you want to go ahead and follow my style, if that it's from the Durburger gallery, that's from some other gallery I forgot, in the black wall in the background to hide up the rest of the map. So I'm going to go ahead and follow that one. I'm going to go ahead and fill this in some more. I'll go ahead and give you guys a minute or so to do it. Alright guys, now what you're gonna want to do is create a second background. Now I'm gonna create my second background with this tile right here to mark the edges. Now I'm gonna go ahead and recommend you guys to use grid snap 1 or 2 to build this. Alright guys, now that you have built your 7x7 box, now it's time to start making the walls. Now guys, I'm not forcing you to do this, but I will create my walls out of a special unique wall out of this gallery. Preferably this wall. I'll create my second story with a different type of wall. Then you're gonna want to use the walls with grid snap 2, because it won't work. Because grid snap 1 only works on floors. For walls, you need to use grid snap 2. Alright guys, we will be getting to the mechanics part pretty soon after you build the main box fight box. And we will also get to the weapon selection pretty soon. Alright, now that we have that, you're gonna want to make the second story. Or preferably, I'm just gonna copy this. Now you can go ahead and pause the video and make the second story by yourself. But for right now, I'm just gonna copy my second story to make it quick. I'll go ahead. Now, you guys can go ahead and pause the video and make your second story if you're watching this. And now you're gonna want to copy your floor. Now you're gonna want to copy your floor to make the ceiling. By the way, this is for beginners to just make a 2-story big box fight. This box fight tutorial is for beginners. If you already know how to make a box fight, then why are you even watching this? Alright, now what we're gonna do is duplicate it. Make sure to not cut it, because if you cut it, you will not have it anymore. And then what you're gonna want to do is line it up perfectly the rest of the box fight. Now you should see that your ceiling is not lined up. Now what you're gonna want to do to fix that. Go all the way down inside the galleries, all the way to the bottom. Then you're gonna find something called the structures gallery black. And you're gonna want to grab that black wall. Then you're gonna want to put it on every single corner, every single piece where the light is showing on the outside, so no one sees the outside. Because it's not supposed to see the outside unless you want to be a lazy creator and just leave that. But I do not recommend you do that because people would judge you. I'll go ahead and give you guys a few minutes while I do mine. Alright guys, now that we have that, no light should be showing because of the black walls. Now, here's where we get to the devices. Now you're gonna want to get from the devices, you're gonna want to get the barrier device. Now you're gonna want to put it on grid snap 2. Make sure you're placing it right. you're gonna want to make all the spawn pads on the on the 6 outline, on the 6x6 tiles, and not the 7x7. Or I'd recommend, because I just messed up, to copy the first barrier that I make. Now what we're gonna do is change the barrier style, to all the way over here, blue force field, or preferably I do star field red. And now you're gonna want to make the base invisible. No, the base width. Now you're gonna want to make the base height too, so it'll be touching the ceiling. Now you got that. You're gonna want to change over to all options, and then you're gonna want to enable to all. Okay, and then you're gonna want to edit it to box hollow, so you could actually go inside. And then this is where the player will spawn. Just a little heads up. And now what you're gonna want to do is grab a player spawn pad. Guys, I can give you a few minutes to copy these settings right here. Alright guys, now that you have that, now you're gonna want to place down the spawn pad right there on the barrier device. Now what you're gonna want to do is move the barrier device, and then player spawn pad enable during phase all. Now the only thing you want to do is visible during games, no, so no one can see the device during games. Then you're gonna want to place the barrier device back. Then you're gonna want to copy them too. Or preferably, you can put the barrier device underneath the map, and then you can change the height. Now you can change the height to the barrier device to height. Change it to 5. Then we're 4. My mistake. And now what we're going to do is copy the spawn player pad, copy the barrier device, and then now move it along all the spawn. And now just follow my lead until I stop. You can go ahead and pause the video and go back if you need to. Okay, I messed up. No, right here. By the way, guys, do not mess up like I just did. Okay, guys, now what you're gonna want to do is make sure all the boxes have aligned builds. Won't be mad. Like this one, it doesn't. Now what you're gonna want to do is restart it like me. Just kidding, you don't have to restart it. I'm just restarting it because I got my builds mixed up. That's aligned. That's aligned. That's aligned. That's aligned. That's aligned. That's aligned. And that's aligned. And this is aligned. Now what you're gonna want to do is go ahead and pause the video, go back if you need anything, or just keep on watching and wait for the next step after I fix this. And guys, now that you have that all aligned builds, okay, now what you're gonna want to do is move on to the main devices. Now you're gonna want the the HUD message device counting down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And you have to change it to time from round start. You have to debate what time it comes down. You can want to pause the video, go back if you want to see the settings. Team settings and inventory, you're going to want to place that. You don't have to mess around with any of the settings. What you have to do is place in the items that you'd want for the player to start with. I prefer you to put in a purple pump and a blue AR and 2 slurpfish and max minis. Now you're going to want to place on a sequencer, the looping none, and you'll want to put a tempo of 110, and you want to change the length to 4. And then you're going to want to activation type, send a pulse, zone visible in game, no, damage level medium. You're going to want to do that, and now the most triggering part is the trigger. I set up my own joke. Now you're going to want to place down the trigger activating team, any, allowed class, any, triggered by player, on, triggered by damage, on, triggered by items, triggered by vehicles, off. You can follow those. Choose my every X triggers, set that to 1, you want to put the delay to 10 seconds, the reset delay to none, trigger sound, you're going to want to put it to enable, and a trigger VFX, enable visible in game, yes, pick damage while visible, enable that game start enabled, and now you're going to want to do is when triggered, transmit on channel 1. So if I'm not mistaken, you're going to want to go to your barriers, and then you're going to want to go to your channels, and then you're going to want to change it to channel 1. And now there, boom, you have a fully working box fights. And now guys, I will show you the right settings that you would need for the box fight. Now you're going to want to go to game, the voice chat, max players, 50 and teams, free for all, team size dynamic. You guys just someone move down the list and just follow what I do. Now you're going to want to set the spawn limit to 1, and after last spawn, go to spectator. Then you're going to put the total rounds to 5, team rotation disabled, end game on match point win, time limit 10 minutes, win condition most round wins, eliminations to end, all AI enemies eliminations off. Are going to want to join in progress, spectate so no one can glitch off the map. Now to start off games, start tag down vehicle trick score multiplier. You want to go down, player collision on. Alright, now we're going for the actual settings. You're going to set the starting health to 100%. You're going to set this over 100. Infinite ammo off, infinite consumables off, infinite resources off, maximum building resources off. 500. I'll harvest multiplier battle royale. Allow aim assist. Yes, it depends how I want people to aim. Now allow building, all allowed to edit. Default. Building can destroy environment, no, so no one can break out the box fight. Structure damage, all. Weapon destruction, 100%. Pickaxe destruction, instant. PvP pickaxe damage, on. Pickaxe range, Pickaxe range multiplier default. Start pickaxe, yes, down, not out, default. Squad multi-action off. You want to do all this, follow everything. You're going to want the respawn time to be 30 seconds just in case if anyone glitches out. Spawn immunity time, fall damage off, gravity normal, jump fatigue, sliding on, glider redeploy on, player flight off, player flight sprint off. Of course. Now you're going to want to go ahead and go over to UI. Then timer direction, you're going to want to go to countdown, and then you're going to want to copy all these settings. The game score display time, 15 seconds. The round winner displays time, 3 seconds. Round score display time, 15 seconds. HUD info type, none. Max trackers on HUD, 1. Oh no, you're going to want to turn this all, no. And then here is the most important 3. Scoreboard tiebreaker, you want to change it to eliminations. Scoreboard tiebreaker 2, eliminate it. Scoreboard tiebreaker 3, assist. Scoreboard tiebreaker 4, none. Then you're all good. Your box fight is ready. Now, if you want to make a storm box fight, you can go ahead and exit out the video now. If you want to make it. Now, what you're going to want to do is, I don't know how to work storm devices, so you'd have to figure out yourself. But I will be making a storm wars, how to make a zone wars tutorial pretty soon. Now, I hope you guys like this video. Hope you guys can make your box fights, and I'll go ahead and see you guys later. Peace out.